that's it. Pretty simple to fish. Really, you don't need a lot of tackle. You don't need a lot of gear. Just a spinning rod with a spinning reel and pitch it out there. Make sure it hits the bottom and then just work it back to the boat. Pretty simple presentation, but very effective. Let's get this fish back in the water here. I use a lot of different paddle tails and a lot of different plastics for walleye fishing, but it's hard to beat a paddle tail minnow or a boot tail minnow. They work effective, you know, spring, summer, fall, doesn't matter. You know, the biggest thing is just getting the right jig. You know, there's a lot of different swim style jigs. There's, like I'm using this current cutter jig, which is a heavier jig. It falls nice and slow. Water temps are cool right now, so what I'm doing is I'm just pitching them out and then lifting, letting them fall, lifting, letting it fall. And what's the cool part about a paddle tail or a boot tail is it's gonna fall nice and slow. So it'll rise and fall nice and slow. But the key part about that is rigging these baits on straight. You're going to wanna hook this and insert your hook right down the center of that plastic, okay? Right down the middle. You don't wanna be off one side or the other because that's gonna cause it to tumble. So go right down the middle, and then when you pop your jig out, you're gonna want to come right in the center of that body, all right? So that when it's rigged on there, it's perfectly in line with the jig. I'm popping it center and center. So when you come down the top of the body, rig it down the center, and then when you come out the side of the body, you can rig it down the center. The other thing you might want to do too is, depending on the length of the shank of your hook, you can always just kind of mark or make a mental note. Sometimes I'll just put my fingers tight on where I want that hook to pop out. That'll help so that there's not a bow in your plastic or something that's going to cause that thing to screw up the action. And as far as fishing this bait, you know, like today I'm just pitching it out. We're actually sitting in a little bit deeper water and I'm pitching up to the top of the reef. And then all I'm doing is I'm walking that bait down the edge of the reef, just stair stepping it down the edge. So popping it, letting it fall, popping it, letting it fall, and it's just walking it down that break line.